I love that she tells us now. It's so damn official. So, hello. Welcome to our intentions chat. It's our accountability circle so that we can make sure that we all kick each other's ass every week because we know that life gets busy, right? Life gets busy. Sometimes this business gets annoying. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes dealing with people can be a little bit. But you know what? It is so damn worth it to stay consistent and keep putting one foot in front of the other. So we have this every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock so that we can get down to basics on making sure that we have our focus forefront around what we're going to build for us. So I am so excited because I've spoken with quite a few of these beautiful faces and some of the new team over this last week. And I just feel like there is some real excited, determined fucking people in the team right now. And that makes me really happy, really happy because it's so nice. I mean, Tans, Denise, and I, we will back each other up here and know that we want runners. Like we want to have people running alongside us who are, not worried about the fluff, but who just want to create some really cool changes in their life. So if this is you, congratulations for first making the decision that this business is a priority and that you want to be able to create something amazing. Now, a brief little intro, just because I know we've touched on this before, but one of my key secret sources around getting this business underway and getting successful, okay, because there's a difference between getting started and getting successful. Getting successful involves making a decision that this is going to be it for you. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's not this half in, half out shit, the dip your toe in, dip your toe out. It is, you know what? I am all the way in this business. I can see it. I can see people living that freedom that I want. I can see people with the same values as me thriving. I am doing this. Yeah, burn the fucking boats. You're right, babe. So tell me, I want you to put a 2 because number 2 is my favorite number. Number 2 has a lot of connotations to create a higher power for me. If you are going all the way in this business right now, I want you to put a number 2 in the chat box so that I know who my runners are. Let's have a look. We got some early birds. I love this. Woohoo! Yay! Exciting. Okay, so what I've got, oh no, here they come. I was going to say, so I've got about 5 of you that want to run with this. Amazing. Amazing, beautiful. So when we talk about wanting to create success, we need to have the decision and we need to keep our intentions every single day focused on what is going to happen, not what's happening right now. All right, because who can relate to what's happening right now is what you want to move away from. That's why you're building a business. That's why you're turning up every day. And I know it hurts. I know right now where you guys are, the universe is probably putting you through hell because the bigger your story, the bigger you can help people when you're on stage. I know that probably scares the shit out of some of you because you're thinking, I don't want to be on stage. But trust me, there will be a time when you're thrust up there because your story is going to inspire thousands. So don't wish it was different. Wish for bigger shoulders. Okay. And I know that's hard sometimes, especially when it's hurting. But what you're going through is what's going to be the survival guide for somebody else. And that's a special thing, right? I feel like you guys are almost called to live a harder, more difficult life because you're going to be given the better stuff on the side. Yeah, when you can be able to come on the other side, that's when you get to have the life. And that's when you get to say, yeah, but it hasn't always been this way. You can turn it around and inspire somebody else who's still crawling out of that hole. But like I said, we have to have our intentions on where we're going, because if we're just focusing on the shit happening in our life every day, from a law of attraction point of view, we focus on shit, we create more shit in our life. We focus on shit, we attract more shit. And like I said, I know that's hard when it seems all consuming, but you have to have the times in your life and in your day, in your every couple of hours, where you're bringing your focus back on where the hell you're going. What are you going to create? In 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years time, what is going to be going on in your life. Now, just for a smaller time and a smaller focus, we've been working on a 12-month track. By conference next year, which is June 23, I want you, now, some of you guys have already done this. Some of you guys have already done this, right? But you can never get enough of it. This is what I talk about, constantly rubber banding your mind away from the shit into your intention, away from the shit into your intention. Where are you going to be in 12 months' time? Tell me inside the chat box. Where are you going to be? What's life going to look like? What are you earning? Where are you living? Who's your support system? You know, what are you going to be leaving for other people? How do you make other people feel? I love this. Oh, that's so good, Tans. Hopefully it's not exactly what you just said, though. We have a habit of thinking the same thoughts. Beautiful. Oh, Lani. I love loud because I know what that represents and I'm excited for that. Yes, I'm loving these. All right, now remember, we've talked about this before in our intention settings. When we look at manifesting and when we look at using our frequency and our energy, which maybe next week, if we can get, maybe get as many new people on who are runners as possible next week. And for this half an hour, I might actually break down the scientific version of manifesting. So how that works in a quantum field when we talk energies and why it makes sense and why more people need to go and watch The Fucking Secret, right? If you haven't done that, I am disappointed. Go and do it. Watch The Secret, okay? It's very, very important. But next week we can do that. I'll just branch on from it. So if you've got anybody who won't be intimidated or won't be scared about me talking about woo-woo stuff, bring them in because we're going to talk about how to bring that future towards us. Okay. Now, when we look at frequencies, so the higher we vibrate, the higher we lift our frequency, the higher life we can attract. All the good things that we want, the freedom, the debt-free credit cards, the being loud and proud, the NMD 24 and 50 clubs, all that kind of stuff, that's a high fucking vibration, right? That's living right up here, feeling good. That's a good life. The pain, the shit, the kind of yucky stuff that you're in right now, it's kind of down here. So this is why we must push ourselves forward, because it's a magnet. So this attracts this attracts this. And this is why there's that saying that makes some of us angry in life, that the rich get richer. Do you know why? Because they wake up every day, they're excited about money, they're passionate about money, they are constantly consumed by the choices that money gives them. All right, so they're attracting that back in the quantum field. They're attracting that frequency and that vibration back, just like people who you know are good people, but whose mindset is very poor, who constantly lives broke, will always be broke unless they do something to change it. And that's what's cool. That's what this business gives us, not only just an income that we can create, it gives us training, it gives us tools, it gives us skill sets to be able to bring more into life. Okay, so when we're looking at that, when we're looking at frequency, we know that emotions bring in more of a vibration than things. So when we look at your goals, where you want to be in 12 months' time, I'm seeing boring stuff. Remember, we talked about this last week. The boring stuff is the titles. And don't get me wrong, they're cool. I love them. Put them on your vision board, keep them in your intention. But we need to grow deeper, because if we want to attract it faster and harder, then we need to know what emotions we're running for. Okay, so tell me right now, in 12 months' time, how the hell are you going to be feeling? What are you going to be waking up every day feeling? Tell me.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, go for it.
What if you don't know? Like, this whole journey has just kind of been like, okay, cool, I like today. Oh, yeah, so that's what's going to happen with my life now. And I'm just rolling with it because it's been shit for so long before this that I'm like, I'll just take what it throws at me at the moment and I'm cool with it.
You know,
like,
what?
I don't want to plan things, because when plans, I'm not in that, I'm still holding on to the stuck mindset of change. Change has always freaked me out. and I don't want to make a plan and for the plan to change. So I'm cool with just like going with the flow.
Do you
What then?
Do you want me to put you on the spot here?
Yes, please.
So that to me tells me that you don't believe you're worth designing your life. You're leaving it up to chance.
What if I just generally am not quite sure what I want yet?
Well, why? Why are you not thinking about what you want? What would be your greatest fucking life? Where are you? Are you with a baby? Have you got your tit out? Because I am going.
No, I just look really terrible. I'm standing in my kitchen scratching my head like this, like,
This woman, I say that because she's normally breastfeeding on our calls, which is amazing, but I'm going to add a spotlight because I love this. So this woman has seen a huge amount of success in the business. And I like this because this is kind of what happened to me at the start of my business. Do you know what it is? It's because you've done nothing for so long and the universe has wrapped you up in your whirlwind and it has said, move, bitch. This is not where you should be. So you're going to get this momentum and you're going to become part of the tornado and it's going to move you all the way to a certain level in this pay plan. And hold on for the ride, babe, because that's awesome. But if you don't get really clear on what you deserve and what you want to create for your babies, you will reach a level and you will plateau because the universe isn't going to take you the whole way. You got to turn up, you got to demand, you've got to work, you've got to shift your vibration. And I'm telling you that right now because I know you get frustrated when, you know, you don't get a new customer for the week. So if you get to a position where you are so plateaued, you're going to feel so annoyed at yourself. So do the work now. Yeah? You poor thing. Living off no sleep with a sick baby. But this is it, like vision board, right? Go through people's lives like it's a catalogue. I want that husband. I want that amount of kids. I want that fancy fucking car. I want that house. I want that much in my bank account.
So it's all right to be materialistic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But this is where I mean, I want you to know why you want that. You know? And this is what I always say to Rob, because for me, emotionally, I don't get excited about the fancy things. You know, so I don't want to spend my money on shoes and handbags and stuff like some of the other NMDs. I spend my money on food, going out to eat. I love food.
I got way too excited about that.
I love sitting down with my family. We eat out probably about 4 nights a week, which is ridiculous. But I love sitting down with my family and being able to have someone else clean and take up and that. Like, these are important things for me, right? Because I'm sitting right there with my kids. And that's what's making me feel excited. That's what's making me feel like, holy shit, this business was worth it. Because I know right now that we can get up, we can go for an ice cream and I don't have to check my bank account. I know that we could sit here and say, what are we going to do tomorrow? Should we go to Dreamworld? You know, like, I know that I've got these choices and I've got these things because I've worked hard. And for me, it's not the, you know, like right now, to let you guys know, I hope you know that I'm only ever sharing this with you because I want you to know I've been in your spot and I've used these tools and I've manifested. But I went from being so broke that I had defaults on my name everywhere from my ex, right? We had so much chaos. I had about 50K worth of debt. And for me, I thought, I'm never going to own a house unless I marry a guy that has one. That was just it for me, right? Because I'd fucked it up. And I got into this business and I worked hard. My first home was worth 1.35 million and I bought it myself. Didn't even put my husband on the deeds. So I want you guys to know right now, that's not about the house. That's about I fucking did it. I proved myself wrong. I proved to everybody that this could work. I bought a house where my kids love playing every day, you know, and when I look at it, it's not a reminder of the fancy yard or the fancy pool or anything like that. It's a reminder of my hard work. It's a reminder of my dedication, of my keeping my focus, of keeping my intentions. So this is why I say to you, Mirs, like, in 12 months' time, what do you want to feel? When you wake up, let's reverse engineer it. What do you want to feel?
I want to not have to worry about payday.
So freedom.
Like, this isn't everything you've said, you know, it's just that being able to, that one thing that hit me was you can go to Dreamworld tomorrow with the ice cream and not have to check your bank account. You know, like I had that for like 3.5 to 4 weeks, like just before conference, through conference, and like just after.
Yeah.
And it kind of ran out, and I went into this freak out zone this week, and I was like, I just need to move out of it because it's going to be my life soon if I just keep doing what I'm doing. It's, like, I don't need to be a freaking millionaire. I just want to be able to go swipe my card on something normal without having to worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what? Like, I've been thinking about this for so long, and I keep saying it for so long, but for some reason timing isn't right. And I'm thinking that with this amount of new people in, it's going to be right over the next couple of weeks. We need to do a money mindset training, like a specific money mindset training, because so many of us have been conditioned, like Becky just said, to feel guilty for wanting to have money. We've felt like we're greedy. We've felt like, we're asking too much. We've felt like we're going to become something that we're not because we've got money. Yeah. Money just.
And it comes to that other caring about what other people think thing, I think, too. Like,
yeah,
people start to think you're better than them if you've got money. Like, I've noticed it a bit with randoms start asking you for money as well. And it's like, I know I'm portraying a lot on my social media, but like, why these strangers think I'm going to give them money is just beyond me.
That's a cool lesson too, because you can't rescue people. Like, broke people are going to stay broke. And I say that in the most amazing, heartfelt way possible. That's not a judgmental way. I wish I could turn around and save them all. And my whole job here, and why I pour so much into my team, is because I know that a lot of us have come from poor mindset. We've come from living week to week. We've come from being scared about money. I'll remove you from the spotlight because I feel terrible. I know you've been sick with a boy all week. But I feel like a lot of us want to become rich, to have those choices and to have the excited things and the change and the choices. But we're actually terrified of being wealthy. We're actually terrified of having money because we're worried about what other people will think. We're worried if it's going to change us. We're worried about so
Baby,
much.
the way.
Oh, Bobby. And that's not going to serve you in the long run. So to reverse engineer that, if you're like Amira and you're not sure where you want to be yet, I want to tell you, find out like it's your full-time fucking job. If you guys don't know where you're going to be in 12 months' time or where you want to be, that's step number one. Like, stop leaving it up to chance and know that you're worthy enough to be able to create it. It might take longer than you expect, and that's totally fine. But if you stay committed and you understand the principles of the law of attraction and you show up every day for what you deserve, it will come to you. I am living testament of that. And please don't think I'm anyone special. When I started this business, I was so freaking far from special. I just put in extra effort and I was hungry and I was determined. And every single one of you on this call has the power to do that. And that's where we come from, the poor mindset and the wealthy mindset. We're going to have a look at the people who are terrified of change and the people who are just ready to do it. Yeah, I can't change that. I can sit here and I can say, do it, go for it, do it, go for it. But what's going to make the difference is those little tiny minutes tomorrow or later tonight when you have the decision to follow up somebody, or you have the decision to do the vulnerable post, or you have the decision to, like Gracie did today, go live. And, your brain says, oh, not now. I won't do this. I won't do that. I'll do it tomorrow, and make the excuses. That's the shit. That's the low vibration. That's where you're going to become a successful business owner if you do the opposite to what you're defaulting to. When you feel scared, do it anyway. Richard Bliss Brooks from the conference, that's been my hashtag every time. And trust me, corporate throw me in so much. And every time I want to say, I'm fucking busy. I've got new team. I've got people who need me. I've got a family. I've got a house to run. I don't want to do it. But my hashtag has been just do it anyway, because you're always going to, like, who was it? Kiri said last night, you miss all the shots that you don't take. You never know what it's going to lead to, what connection it's going to create, what kind of link it's going to make in the future success of your business. So you may as well just do it. Just go for it. And like I said, I can sit here and I can tell you all that. Doesn't mean you're going to do it. That's a choice that only you get to do. But that's the exciting part of this business. We get to see who really wants it, who's determined to be there at the end of the finish line, because I can tell you it's freaking fantastic. It is worth every minute of this business. And that's why you'll see so many of us who could retire right now. We're still here, pumped up, excited, pouring into you guys because we know what's on the other side for you. And we just can't wait for you guys to live it and breathe it and be telling other people about it. So we've only got 4 minutes. Fuck, I talk so much. We've only got 4 minutes left to cover what we need to cover. So what are you releasing this week? Amira's releasing her fact that she doesn't know where she's going to be in 12 months. And so is anybody else who's in that spot. What are you releasing this week? Guilt and fear. I love that. Fear of failure. That's a massive one, Gracie. Self-doubt. I love this. Now, if you can get even more solid, what are you releasing? That's only a couple. I've got almost 30 people on here. You guys need to be solid about this. No one's going to judge you, I promise.
Maybe you're right.
I am. Yeah. What is it that you're going to be releasing? Oh, I love that. Sarah May, that's a big one.
Sorry, I'm driving at Smasher. Hi, Annie. I'm going to be releasing my imposter syndrome.
Ooh, I like that one. So we're going to see Riesha now. You'll come out. And I loved it because I tell you what, babes, that is your superpower. Being you is what's going to create the flow, the energy, everything in your business, and it makes it a hell of a lot funner. Okay. Oh, we've got everybody coming in now. So we've got to be quick. Okay. So we're releasing that. What are we celebrating? What happened this week that we're celebrating? Tell me. Sorry, guys, if you're just joining us, we're just finishing up our intentions chat. But you feel free to join in. We're talking about what we're celebrating this week. Yay! Well done, Shell. Evolving as a leader, you sure did. Got your first customer. Well done, Joni. Beautiful, taking a leap. Oh, Gracie, you should be so proud. You should be celebrating a lot. A new car. That's so exciting. I'm so disappointed. I was meant to pick mine up today and then we got put in a fucking lockdown. Awesome. Gaining confidence. That's a huge one. Celebrate. Do a dance. Get up. Shake your body. Get excited because you did something awesome. Everybody just looks at me weird. I can see you. Get up. Get up. Stand up. Ready? Yes, Lani. Do it. I can see you all now because you're all on gallery. Celebrate. Celebrate. Woo! Yeah. You know why we need to celebrate? Because that energy, can you feel it? You can kind of feel it all running now because you've kind of got a bit pumped. That's a high fucking frequency. That's what attracts in the high things that we want. So we need to spend more time celebrating and stop thinking that it's wanky, okay? Now, what are we chasing? We've got 1 minute. Tell me what you're chasing. Remember, end of month is 3 p.m. tomorrow for Queensland and New South Wales, which makes it 5 p.m. for New Zealand. So what are we chasing? Whatever we put in before then, we get paid on next week. So if you guys want an extra couple of $100, the business will pay you. Go and do it. What? Tell me, what money? What are we chasing? What kind of goals? Tell me, get clear. These are your intentions. These are your coordinates of where we're steering the ship. So tell me, what does it look like? Is it one more last minute customer? Is it 2 more team over the line? Is it getting a teamie to Partner Plus? Is it gearing up for that huge promotion? Is Sheena on here? That's just in the little snippet of the future. Oh, Dana, that's amazing. That makes me emotional. That is beautiful. Yay! Getting another teamie, absolutely. And Shell, you are so close to qualifying. I hope that's on your list if it's not already, because you are like scraping. Teamie to Partner Plus, that's an amazing one. Don't forget that we have the $50 teaching bonus on the board until 3 p.m. tomorrow. So it's way worth it. If you've got team who want to run with this, teach them how to hit Partner Plus. Hopefully they're on this next call because that will be amazing for them. All right, so I'm going to have to wrap it up there because we've got our beautiful next call on.